During what we call the Christmas season, it's easy for us to get caught up with all the planning that needs to take place. Think back to when you were a kid and all the wonder that surrounded the Christmas season. You got to take a few weeks off school, hang out with family and friends. You may have looked forward to the Christmas decorations, and of course, there were all the gifts. I remember as the days got closer to Christmas, seeing the number of presents grow under the Christmas tree. So when my mother wasn't around, I'd look around and look at each one of them and see which ones had my name on it and try to guess. And I was hoping it was something that was from my Christmas list. There was also the anticipation of waking up on Christmas morning to see what Santa had brought while I was sleeping. There was so much expectancy that I'd wake up early in the morning, and even though I couldn't open any presents till my parents got up, and I couldn't go in and wake them up. They got up on their own volition, so I had to wait patiently until they got up in the morning. But I just couldn't wait. I was that excited. Hopefully you have similar experiences and memories from your childhood as well. As we get older and we have our own children, we want to create these same types of memories for them, the same types of memories that we have. And we want to carry on the same traditions and hopes and providing them with the same wonder that we look back on so fondly and all the joy that it contains. 4 Sundays leading up to Christmas is referred to as Advent. And instead of being solely nostalgic about the commercialization of the season, what we're doing on this channel is focusing our attention on the real reason for the season. Each week, we're exploring themes in Advent that help us to remember Christ and his first coming, and also turn our attention to the anticipation of his return. So we were looking at the themes. First, we started with hope. Then we went to peace. Today, we're going to focus on joy. Next week, we'll be talking about love. As we go through life, happiness seems to be something that we have that goes up and down. We go through various seasons. One moment we're happy and on top of the world, and the next we can be lonely and depressed. On the other hand, joy is something that sticks. Joy is something that is deeper and more long lasting. I think people tend to believe that joy is something that you muster up as if it is up to us. We falsely bought into the lie that we can will ourselves into joy, as if our happiness ebbs and flows based on naming and claiming or just mustering up enough will. Joy is actually something that, even in the midst of going through unforeseen circumstances, there is a deep sense that I'm not in this alone. James, the brother of Jesus, talks about this very thing in the first chapter of James. I talk more about this in my video about being thankful in the midst of trials. If you're a follower of Christ, you realize that he has much more control over what's going on, as well as the ability to redeem, to fix, and to solve the problems in our lives. There's a joy that can be found in that. There's joy in having a purpose that's actually outside of ourselves. As a culture, I think we tend to be so inward focused that we can be in our own heads and constantly second guess ourselves. Like, what should I be doing? Is this the right job? Did I say the right thing? Is this the right house? Is this the right meeting? Did I miss this big opportunity? We struggle because we're so focused on ourselves that we actually miss everything that's happening and going on around us. What if we instead focus our attention on others? What if our focus and purpose and joy came from serving others instead of ourselves? How has God uniquely gifted you to be a blessing to someone else? When you use these God-given gifts, there is a certain measure of joy that just cannot be extinguished. And this is where we find this deepened greatness of joy. It's not from trying to consume more and more and find more for me. It's about how can I give more away? I hope you're enjoying this series on Advent. And if you like this video, show your appreciation by hitting the like button. And please also hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more content. I'll be producing more videos, one each per week. Thanks again, and I'm Vaughn Sanders, and I pray that you will be strong and courageous in living out your faith today.